And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan here at the table with me, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And over on the sidelines tonight, Allie LaForce. So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. The wingmen are Sexton and Miller. Plumlee is at center and Bridges next to him. And it's Ball in at the guard position. And for the Nets, we've got Shepard. Nicholas Claxton out there with Simmons. Then it's Zaire Williams. And it's Thibault in at the 3. Well, it's still early in the season, Greg, but we're getting an idea about which direction teams are headed in.
So true, but so much can change between now and the end of the schedule. So the most important thing at this stage, building momentum heading towards midseason.
Just 3 to shoot. Bridges misses. Pass to Simmons. Miller grabs the miss. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a loss to the Bucks. Here's Sexton. Bridges trying to free himself up. The shot by Sexton, no good. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Well, Jordy Fernandez and I got a chance to talk for a bit. He had been watching highlights with the coaching staff, and they noticed LaMelo likes to pass from obscure angles. Coach told his team, you just can't relax out there. I want you looking for cutters everywhere. We'll see how prepared they are tonight. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thank you. Claxton with the bucket. Claxton's got the first points of the night for the Nets.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You will gladly take those.
So, GA, Coach Charles Lee of the Hornets, spending a decade as an NBA assistant coach. He has really paid his dues.
Yeah, 4 years with the Hawks, 5 in Milwaukee. Part of that title team. 1 in Boston as well, another title. So he's been a part of winning, now trying to translate that to Charlotte.
He gets it in there.
And there's the length and skill working together there. Miller keeping that possession alive.
Shepard, the pass to Simmons. Thibault on the wing. Simmons with it. Guarded now by Sexton. A fader. Ben Simmons gets the bucket. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Left side, Ball. Shoots from the baseline. Here's Plumlee. And the rejection by Claxton. Inside. Outside Williams. From outside the arc. Plumlee with the rebound. Claxton with the steal. Shepard. Bridges with some nice defense. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Trailing by 5. Bridges misses.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Williams for 3. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the 3.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Some of it was solid shooting from their opponent, but they didn't have any teeth with their defense. They need to be more active than they were.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And then for Charlotte, Knipples checked in for Miller. Spencer Dinwiddie comes in for Sexton. And it's Trey Mann in for Ball.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. So, Richard, when you look over Mason Plumlee's career, he's made a bunch of stops.
7 different teams during his first 12 seasons. But he is a big man that has a lot of desirable assets for so many teams.
And really with good positional size, Dinwiddie can make plays above the rim.
To the left side wing. To the middle. Pass to Bol. Plumlee with the steal. Knueppel with it. Now Bol defending. Ball stolen. Loose. Dinwiddie with the steal. Rebound, Brooklyn. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Hield dishes to Fultz. Launches from deep. Hield can't hit. Hornets trail by 4. To the inside. Man gets the bucket.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
On the wing, Hield. From past the arc. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Nets out in front, up 2. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
The Nets with the lead. They've got Ben Simmons. Williams is out there with Shepherd. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Claxton in at the 5 down low. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
It's obvious that LaMelo Ball loves making trouble for the defense. He loves to go right at guys and attacks without hesitation.
Greg, you talk about some players passing the eye test. LaMelo is one of those guys.
I mean, everything he does looks so easy with how he moves, and the numbers back up what the eye sees. He raises the level of his team whenever he's on the court.
The Hornets shooting just 31% in the game. Here's Miller. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Miller's got the lead up to 2 now for Charlotte.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
And Simmons kicks to Williams. Off target with his 3.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break. And finding his teammate in stride, he led his guy perfectly.
Charlotte calls timeout. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks. Well, this new three-point era started with Stephen Curry, and it's really in the last decade that we're seeing the longest extend to the center position. You look at the list of recent champions, it seems it's also not a luxury, but a necessity to have a paint presence who can also stretch the floor from deep.
Yeah, certainly a nightmare to contain. All right, Shams, we appreciate the report. Colin Sexton, he's checked in for Smith. Bridges, no one around him. And again, the Hornets missing.
Even though it didn't go down, they'll take that shot every time.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
The Nets have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Williams passes to Claxton. To the wing right side. Shepherd hands it from downtown. Shepherd's got his first 3 points of the game.
And the quick and high release of Shepherd really helps him against great D.
Back to Sexton. And Sexton slams it in.
And look at the combo guard get up on that one. When Sexton caps off these alley-oops, it gets this team going.
And the Nets decide to take their first time out here. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
And nowhere near at their best throughout the course of that game. A scrappy performance, but in the end, just not enough.
You know, when things aren't going your way, it's tough to stick it out. So I applaud them for hanging in there.
And a new group in for the Nets. Brownie's checked in. Hield comes in for Matisse Thybulle. Demon, he's checked in for Williams. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Shepherd. Now, here's Fultz. Scoreless thus far.
Fultz is difficult to stay with in that pick and roll. Absolutely shreds the defense with his passing.
Charlotte trailing. And in a little over a decade, the Nets, GA, having to rebuild from the ashes of 2 super team iterations.
The short time span between shows how quickly they can turn things around. And with a treasure trove of picks in the coming years, they look to climb that mountain once again.
And now, Allie Laporte says something for us from the sideline.
Thank you, guys. Many have predicted an all-star future for Brandon Miller. He said, I don't really read anything like that. I just focus on what I can do today. It's all about the work. That's the only way to get better. I just came in with the mindset of making my team better and being a winning player. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot.
And Fultz is a solid distributor, good at finding ways to get his guys involved.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Miller. The putback. Can't throw down the putback.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Down low. Back to Fultz. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And Clowney can't get it to go. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for Charlotte. It's a 3-point game.
And more than just a jump shooter, Miller's very good around the rim. A rare quality for a wing these days.
Now here's Hield. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee. Offensive rebound. Claxton with the bucket. Claxton's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Ball against Fultz. Sexton on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Over Demon. The shot by Sexton, no good.
Usually he's a master in the midi, but not that time.
To the paint. Here's Claxton. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Poked away. Here's Ball, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Just good fundamental basketball from LaMelo. Sticking with his selection and forcing the defense there into a bad spot.
Ball hits them both.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
7 seconds left in the second quarter. Tipped away. Ball from deep 3-point territory. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-pointer.
He hits the second from the line. Makes it, and he continues to shoot well from the line.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Nets lead by 3. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. 1 half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. At one point, they were ahead by 8 points. And so far, they're out in front, but not by much as we head into the half. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nets' first half?
They came in prepared. The offense is firing on all cylinders. Love the patience, the flow, very efficient. Valuing possessions is fueling their success right now. This is not a team you want to bet against, at least not tonight.
Shaq. let's get your insight on Charlotte.
They need to turn up the intensity on D. Lots of guys standing around. Can't allow over 50% shooting and expect to win. They need to make it tougher to get clean looks and force that offense out of its comfort zone.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. It's been quite a game for Nick Claxton.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Checking out the group for Charles Lee to start the second half. Plumlee is at center and Bridges next to him. The wingmen are Sexton and Miller. And it's Ball in at the point. And the Hornets playoff drought continuing. Greg, their last postseason appearance, 2016.
Yeah, the rebuild grinds on, and last season, their worst record in over a decade. We're hoping these new additions can help. You really like the intensity and focus Shepherd brings to both ends of the floor.
The Nets shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And RJ, you played 7 seasons in a Nets uniform, the most with any of your teams.
Yeah, it was a great way to start my career consistently in the playoff picture. It was really the most sustained success that the franchise has enjoyed.
And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Williams kicks to Simmons. Up and in on the layup. Simmons got 4 points this quarter.
Playing bully ball inside. Simmons very effective around the rim.
Pass to Sexton. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. 8 points for Colin Sexton.
A clean start to the half for them, knocking down their first 3 shots.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. Defenders going at Colin Sexton should be mindful of his prowess in the paint, Greg. He's pretty tricky.
That's right, Kevin. We tend to think of guards like Sexton as perimeter pests, but Collins a real plus when he's in close. Let him slip by you, and it's a deuce.
Trey Mann, he's checked in for Charlotte. And the foul called on Brandon Miller. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And for Simmons, everyone in the league agrees that the talent is there. It comes down to the help and being in the right situation.
Simmons at the line, 2 times.
He's off on the second. Hornets trail by 4. Here's Sexton, and Sexton slams it in.
And the vertical of Sexton is amazing. At 6'2", he's just capable of hammering it home.
Here's Shepherd. 5 points in the game. Simmons can't get it to go. They push it up 4 on 3. Here's Mann. It's good. This game is all even. Mann's got his second basket of the night.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
On the wing, Williams, covered by Miller. Williams gets the bucket. Williams has got 9 points.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Charlotte calls timeout.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
I'm sure all of the above is in order, and you can never be too content.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Clowney's checked in, and Hield subbed in for Zaire Williams. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Smith is checked in. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Well, the Hornets are trying to create a winning environment. Coach Charles Lee said, quote, "We know this is a young team, so I want culture enhancers who help us build with their hard work and creativity. Having that energy coming into the building every day is the most important thing." Back to you.
Looking to set the standard. Allie, we thank you very much. And here's Smith, following the three-pointer by Buddy Hield. And some changes here for the Hornets. Knipples checked in for Miller. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Smith.
Knippel.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Dinwiddie finds Bridges.
Last 2 minutes to play. Third quarter.
Over Simmons. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Bridges.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Hield the pass to Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
As a scorer, Simmons' best work comes right at the rim.
Here now is Dinwiddie. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Here's Bridges. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
An 85% mark from the line. There aren't too many players in the league who are going to sport a much better percentage.
Hield outside. Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
When it all clicks, you see why Simmons was the #1 overall pick.
Hornets trail by 6. Now, Mann, taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Now here's Hield. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Shot clock at 6. And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
Both teams deciding to change it up. The Nets shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. Out to the right wing. Here's Knippel. And Ball sends it back.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
There's 25 seconds left to play here in the third. Dinwiddie finds Plumlee. Bridges against Fultz. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession.
Charlotte substitution. Diabate.
Now here's Ball. He has 7. 2 on the clock. And he hits the jump shot. Ball's got 9. That will count. The shot misses. And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for the Nets. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Back to the action in just a minute. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. Trailing by 5. They've got Ball. Simmons is out there with Zaire Williams. Then there's Shepard, and it's Fultz in at the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Now here is Miller. Back to Plumlee. And Ball sends it back. And he gets it back. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside for Sexton. Over Fultz.
And how active has Fultz been on D? He's not giving his man an inch. Effective at crowding shooters. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Checked in for Charlotte.
Charlotte substitution. Smith.
On the wing, Bridges. Clock at 6. Over Simmons. They get the rebound. Out to Miller from downtown. And that's a foul called on Bol. That's his first foul. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Simmons.
Now, into the lineup for your next.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Here's Smith, and there's the drive. And yes, it's good.
Smith thrives getting the ball inside and scoring around the cup.
Shepard, the pass to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Hornets trail by 7. Smith kicks to Plumlee. Miller against Williams, and it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. And as we check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest, we get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
Well, you look at Miller, and I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, and if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going.
And the Nets with possession here. Following the miss by Miles Bridges. Bull. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Plumlee's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Here's Smith. It's blocked. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. And Claxton throws it down.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, the thing was just on the other end. Wow.
Charlotte calls timeout. And as we've seen, Greg, navigating this age of social media can be difficult for an NBA player.
Yeah, a momentary indiscretion can get broadcast to the whole world. So there's a need for caution that's probably higher than in decades past.
Matisse Thybulle checked in for the Nets. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Well, over the break, I listened to Charles Lee talk to his team. He told the guys to stay after it inside. He said our play inside is terrific right now. He said don't lose any of that intensity. Stay strong down there. It's always nice to hear a coach enjoying his team's play. Back to you.
Allie, thank you so much.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Hornets trail by 7. Here's Miller, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you watch Miller, he keeps the defense on its heels. They don't know what he's going to do.
He's able to hit the second one, and that trims the lead to 6.
I couldn't hit them all, and they need every point they can get.
Timeout called, the Nets.
How about your Brooklyn Nets? Show some love.
So it's Brooklyn now. Here's Bull. That 3 off the mark. Miller outside. Sweet move. He lays it in.
And with his diverse game and 6'9" frame, Brandon Miller can score in bunches. And on nights like tonight, it's really hard to get someone to match up with.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Reed Shepard. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. LaMelo Ball, he's checked in for Trey Mann. Now, here's Ball. Count the basket and the foul. It's on Reed Shepard.
And that is a big-time basket. LaMelo entered the league at 19 with such high expectations. This young man Ball is used to the spotlight.
Shepard, the pass to Bull. Here's Shepard. Back to Bull. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely.
Showing he can step up when the team needs him. Bull there with a big basket.
And it's good for 2.
There's a fearlessness that Bridges brings to this team. He just welcomes the chance to take important shots.
Here's Shepard. Back to Claxton. Bridges with the board. Here are the Hornets with the ball. Big stretch here going 10-2. And Miller throws it down hard.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
To the middle and stolen by Sexton. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. And it's Miller with the jam.
Add
that to the highlight reel for Miller. I'm sure it'll grow quickly.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're down by 3. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Simmons checked in for Brooklyn. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Williams for 3. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Miles Bridges.
Yeah, ball with the unique combination of height and skill. That's a challenge for any defender.
And an intentional foul right there.
First personal foul.
It's the first, and that will put them up by 2.
Colin Sexton, shooting 2.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Wow, doing all he can to give them the edge, pulling their lead out to 3 points.
Williams for 3. Got it! A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays, man. With teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
Simmons against Sexton. Yes!
And man, is he in a zone right now. Seems like he can't miss.
And a deep 3 from Ball. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us on this presentation from 2K Sports. We'll see you later.